Hello everyone, and welcome to Book Time with Elvis with me, Mark. Welcome back if you're joining us for the umpteenth time or the second time or whatever. It's great to have you back, and it's great to welcome you if you're new. In this video I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of my TBR, my to be read pile for Audible August. Audible August is an event being run by Gareth at Books, Songs and Other Magic. Great channel, go and check him out. And he's running this Audible August, which is where we look at books related to music. I love all types of music, I have to say, but my particular love is classical music, as you could probably tell from the beginning there. And so I've set myself the target, in addition to all the other stuff I have to read in August, to read 3 books related to sorry, that's the Czech way of saying 3. I'm getting used to it. We go like that, don't we? And they go like that. So yeah, 3 books. 3 books related to classical music. 2 of them related to the same composer, I suppose, and 1 not. The first one I'm going to read is one I've actually already started, because I know I have so much coming up in August that you know, I thought I'd try and get a head start. It's this one here, if you can see from the glare, Beethoven, A Life in 9 Pieces by Laura Tunbridge. And it's a lovely book, I have to say. I bought it, I think, last year. And it's a nice hardback, and it's got this nice cover there where it's even written on the hardcover. And this is a biography of Beethoven as told through 9 pieces of his sorry, it's probably quite loud there, try to put the dust jacket back on, as told through 9 pieces of his music. And the first part, in chapter 1, is the piece you heard there, the septet, or part of the septet. And what I plan to do is listen to the pieces as I'm reading the chapter. So it's pretty lovely, really, I think, to be able to do that. Obviously, I've read the introduction, and I've started septet, which was written in 1800, and then each title has a name and then the piece of music that relates to it. So for example, number 1 is Success Septet Op 20, 1800. Chapter 2 is Friends, Violin Sonata number 9, Opus 47, the Kreutzer, which is 1803. Number 3 is related to heroism, and that has Symphony number 3, Opus 55, the Eroica, 1804. 4 is Ambition, has the Choral Fantasy, Opus 80, 1808. 5 is Love, which the piece of music there is An die Geliebte, 140, 1812. Oh, that's a good year for music. 5, Love, sorry, I've done that. 6, Liberty. We have his one and only opera, Fidelio, Opus 72, 1814. Then Family, Chapter 7, Piano Sonata number 29, Opus 106. The Hammer Clavier, 1818. Then Chapter 8 is Spirit, Missa Solemnis, Opus 123, 1823. And then lastly, Chapter 9 will be Ending String Quartet, Opus 130, and the Gross Fugue, Opus 133. As I said, the first bit of music we heard at the beginning there comes from the septet. And yeah, there's some other information in the book, and it's so far so very good, I have to say. It really is interesting. It's not traditional biography, so it doesn't really start so much like with his childhood and moves on. It really kind of looks at his life through the periods that he's writing that music. So it's, I think, yeah, rather excellent. And it's actually the author's first book. She's a professor at Oxford University. And I mean, I really like Beethoven. I really do. And I really want to learn more about him. I have ordered another book, or sorry, I have another book. I'm ordering something which I'll tell you in a minute. I have another book relating to Beethoven, but I haven't decided if I'm going to read that yet because I have so much else on. But this isn't that big. It's only 236 pages, so I think I should be able to get through it fairly soon. Although it is a joy to read, I don't want to rush it. So yeah, that's Beethoven. The next two books are related to my absolute favourite composer, which is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And I think this is going to be fascinating. I haven't read it. I have read, well, you can see I've got one somewhere over there, I can't do it. I've got one biography of Mozart, and then I don't know if you can see, because I'm probably in the way, I have another one here also of Mozart by John Suchet, the brother of David Suchet, who of course played Hercule Poirot in the Poirot series. I read that. It's excellent, fantastic, and I do want to read Suchet's biography of Beethoven as well, if I can, if I do get the chance, but we'll see. But yes, this is A Life in Letters, Wolfgang Amadeus, A Life in Letters, and it is a book chock full of letters to or from Mozart, to or from important people in his life, and it basically again tells his life story through those letters. So I think it would be fascinating. I'll give you a little bit from the back if you would like. He says, "This pen is coarse and I'm not polite." Well, that's very true. I know a little bit from reading the Suchet biography that Mozart had a really dirty mind and a dirty mouth, a bit of a potty mouth, truth be told. Very similar to the way Tom Hanks portrayed him in the film Amadeus. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's absolutely wonderful film, although not historically accurate, of course. But it is amazing to watch. Even the acting and the music is great. So Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756 to 91, seen variously as child prodigy, musical genius, tragic romantic artist, and cultural icon, is among the most written about of all composers. This landmark new selection of letters tells Mozart's story afresh through his correspondence. In contrast to many earlier editions, it contains not only his own, sometimes affectionate, sometimes fraught, writings to family, friends, and his wife Constanza, but also many of his father Leopold's regular letters to his son, and written descriptions of Mozart's dazzling court recitals, offering a fascinating insight into Mozart's compositions, performances, and opinions of fellow musicians, his marriage, his complex relationship with his father, and his occasional money worries. These letters form a revealing portrait of both the man and the musician, and I really can't wait to get started on it. I think it's going to be great. It's quite big. I don't know exactly. I mean, there's a lot of notes in it, so that probably does cut down the size, to be honest. I'm glad there's a lot of notes and annotations, but it's still 570 pages though. So I'm going to definitely do my best with that. And the last one, unfortunately I don't have a copy yet, I'm waiting on it. It's the one that I was saying I ordered, and that is the Figaro trilogy. I'm sure you've heard of the opera The Marriage of Figaro, and you've probably heard of the opera, of course, The Barber of Seville. They are based on 3 plays. They're based on plays written by Pierre-Augustin Caron de Beaumarchais, who was an 18th century playwright, and his plays were very controversial at the time. They actually were banned because they showed kind of a lot of protest against the upper classes and things in France, which the king worried about given the kind of revolutionary atmosphere that was brewing at the time. So I don't know much about The Guilty Mother, to be honest with you. I do like the opera The Barber of Seville, and I adore La Nozze di Figaro, The Marriage of Figaro opera by Mozart. Of course, the plays are quite different, but it would be very interesting to listen to the operas and read the plays, and see what all the fuss was about, why they were banned, and also how different they are, of course, to the opera. And I guess as we finish, I'll probably play you out to a little bit of La Nozze di Figaro with Figaro himself, singing as he makes measurements for his wedding bed, which is the first aria within the opera. I would recommend, if you haven't got enough on with all the things going on at the moment, is to maybe try and join in Gareth's event. I think it'd be wonderful, even if you can only read one book somehow related to music, would be great, because music is, next to books and reading, there's nothing better really. So, all right, thank you everybody. Do take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
36, 43.
Or sì che io son contenta, sembrata in per me, sembrata in per me.
5.